This is Eric Chappell from Engineered Efficiency, and today I'd like to talk about the subscription Advantage Pack tool called Create Alignment from Existing. So let's start just by taking a look at how this tool works. I'm going to launch the tool by double-clicking it, or you can right-click and pick Execute. And it's going to prompt me for an alignment, and what the tool does is it actually copies part of an alignment to create a new alignment. And what it copies depends on what you specify. So in its simplest form, I can just pick 2 points on an alignment, and you can see the jig line that shows me what I'm copying. And when I'm all done, I just type F for finish, and it gives me my options for alignment style and label set, just as though I was creating a new alignment. When I click OK, I get a brand new alignment in the drawing that matches the old one in the station range I specified. Now let's take a look at some variations on how you might use that tool. We already saw how you can just pick 2 points on the alignment. You can also enter stations, so I can say let's go from station 400 to station 700 and type those stations in right at the command line as you see there. Another approach I can take is by entities. I can select my alignment, type E to launch the Entities option, and literally pick curves and lines within the existing alignment, and it will duplicate those, and when I hit Finish, my new alignment will be just those entities. Now this is one alignment, but from this point I would need to fill in the additional geometry in the gap here. Which kind of brings out another important feature of this command, is that I can duplicate different portions of an alignment, not just one contiguous portion, and that can come in handy. Let's say, for instance, I wanted to split this alignment and go off the course for a little bit and then come back in. So, what good is this tool to you? Why might you want to use it? Well, one thing I thought of is when you have alignments that are tying into each other and you want the geometry to be good. So let's say, for instance, this were a road center line and we wanted to tie in a ramp coming from this direction. Aside from creating some construction lines or polylines or using the fillet command or some things like that, it's pretty tough to do that without the additional functionality from the Advantage Pack tool. But with the Advantage Pack tool, I can copy a portion of this alignment and then work the transition into the ramp off of that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to launch the tool, and I'll select this as my existing alignment, and I'll just say let's use entities. So I'm going to copy that entity to create a new alignment and just go ahead and finish it. Alright, so I have a new piece of an alignment. Now what I'm really trying to create is a ramp that ties into this part of the alignment. So I can select my new alignment and launch the geometry editor and begin creating geometry off of this. So for instance, I could create a floating curve from end of entity. So I'll select my new portion of alignment and give it the parameters, a radius of 200, less than 180, and now I can create a curve coming off of that alignment. And then of course I can continue that, and I'll do a floating line off the end of this curve and continue on down the road to generate the rest of the geometry for my ramp. But as you can see, I have a good sound geometric tie-in. Everything's tangent here, and even part of the alignment is collinear with the existing alignment. So this is a nice, simple, direct way to create a tie-in to an existing alignment. And that's just one example of how you might use this very useful subscription Advantage Pack tool.